Morning everyone, just got here, just locked my car. Right here. It's a state in the back of here, I need to clean it out. I need some more cartridges as well, come on, yeah. Just coming out. Hey, what have you seen? Mr. Dodgett. We've got a blue bin and a brown bin here finally. For 20, how long have we been here? 25 years, 24 years we've been here. We've only ever had a black bin. And paid council tax for it. Oh, my mum's gone out already? Oh. Gone out earlier today. Roger likes to have a sniff round Marky's territory. Oh, I've heard that Joe's put some rubbish engine oil or something in his car. He's put wrong engine oil in it, and it's a performance, an Audi S3. Like, yeah. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Just making myself a bit of toast. I've not had any breakfast. Because I wasn't up. I was up in a sort of sensible time, but I didn't get around to having any breakfast. I've got these eye drop things for my eyes, and now I've got to try and sort of repeat the prescription out or something. I thought they gave me the prescription, I took it in, but now the pharmacist guy rang me to see how I was getting on. I was like, how do I get more of them? Because I'm not allowed to stop using them, and I'm going to run out in like a few days. And he's like, oh, you ring doctors? I'm like, what? I didn't see a doctor, it was an optometrist or whatever, optology I went to. I didn't go to the doctors, but I don't know. Anyway, so it looks like I'll have to try and ring the doctors or something. Anyway, I'm not used to this. Beard normally sort it out for me, but she can't really, can she? What are you doing up there? You looking at me? Mm-hmm. Now he's gonna get Leo. How Leo puts up with him, I don't know. He's just a very kind-hearted dog. We had some pups and everything, and Leo were really good with him. Just open his mouth and let him play in his mouth. I put my Swazi coat in a quick wash as well. I've got it mucky this morning, bedding up and that, but it comes up really well. It was bad, it stunk. Absolutely hummed. The joys of being a beef farmer or livestock farmer of any sort. I think dairy's probably. I always meant we was going out around town or something, and there'd be a dairy farmer and I could smell him across the dance floor. It looks like we're getting cattle out. Or someone is. Shouldn't all be. Oh, Joe's Christmas tree stand's made it into the shed now over there. It'll just end up getting burnt one day. It's like trying to keep it. Just pulling some cattle out now. My dad, Ash and Noah are up there running some through and clipping them. Me and Joe pulling a couple out of here. Got all the cows out, a load of barley's come. We're on top of the game a bit today at the moment. Just got to think about what to do this afternoon. I could have gone shooting, could have gone picking up this afternoon, but with me being off tomorrow, got to think about the bank balance, haven't I? Just try and do a bit of something really. Because what I'm going to do Sunday realistically if I've been on a stag do, and we're all like fairly heavy drinkers, so it won't be a steady stag do. Right, nearly back dinner time. I'll get some snap. I'm starving. I need to think of a quiz question, don't I? Oh, yesterday's quiz question. So potatoes were brought into England in the 16th century, and I got it down as 1590s, I think. But someone did say something else. Someone who knew more than me said more in the comments. Check the comments from yesterday. But yeah, my mum knew who brought them over as well. I didn't know that was a thing, but must have been something they learnt back at school. And a little walk. No, Roger, you're not running. You'd love the day out, wouldn't you? No. Grass. Same as my grass at home. Never just got cutting times. It's that bit too long, isn't it? It grew that late. How could you be so happy just to run around the garden? It's like one of the big dogs having a poo round here. Not walking around there like elephant droppings. Quiz question. How much does a large African bull elephant weigh? That's one. I've just had to Google it, and it's more than I thought. Roger's still running around being a lunatic. I'm going to get some dinner. Right then. Spread-a-bale. Back together. Don't know what Noah wants from me. He's waving at me. Going to get Spread-a-bale on. Pick her up. And I'll try and film it all now. So, the one of the stub axles we'd bought new, we had to, it was all braided up where the keyway was. It wasn't the right size that fit the roller. In terms of the bolt holes weren't right. That was all. So my dad's took it to someone and had it properly welded on, because it does have a locating like centre at the back, so we know it's perfectly right. So that's all sorted, welded on, so I can get it all put back together eventually, I hope. But I didn't take it all apart. Took most of it apart, not all. Joe's run off. So it's just going to be me and maybe Noah. Noah's ringing me now, I better see what he wants. So we've got to get this gearbox fastened to this end, does it? Oh, and all of, oh, it's the studs that hold it on. So we've got most of them. Yeah, we took them off, didn't we? Yep. So we have to mount it on there, clean it up a bit. Then we have to push the stud in. Then we like hold it in place somehow. Get that stud axle on that end and build it up, don't we? From that end. Where's bearing actually? Should we play a game of who's welded this on? Was it me? I think everyone can tell it wasn't me. I think it was Jim from Cowgills, I would guess. Good welder man. And that has a scent, you know, it has a scent on the back of it and goes into a hole, so we know it's perfectly central. Looks good. It's not going to come off, is it? If we have to take it off again, it'd be a bugger, but it would not be that bad. You'd cut it off. Here he is, multi-millionaire at New Wellies. The same as mine. Have you got them little weird holes on back? That's meant to be so you can pull them up, but they're terrible. You gonna wear them for a month and take them back then? Yeah, I know, we can see. Floppy. Or is that trend? Is that like having Fairfax and Favour boots? You just got your tassels hung down. Shiny. He's never worked on a farm before, this lad. He's come at New Wellies. Fallen at the first hurdle already. We've not got any Loctite. Our Joe uses some PTFE tape that's made by Loctite, and he calls it Loctite, but I think I'll go and buy some from Bullseye or somewhere and put it all on properly. So every stud was Loctited in. That's why we had to heat them. So we're going to put it back together how we took it apart, and then we shouldn't have any issues. It's not something like that you regularly check or anything, so you just end up with missing bolts and then it breaking again. It's having a right bing bong at me, this car. Thread lock. I didn't know it was high strength and medium strength thread locks. £4 for that. It's alright, isn't it? Like, we don't buy it regularly. And that's from probably a shop that has it in. You probably get it cheaper. But yeah, didn't know you could get why would you want medium? It must be to do with cars. It was from a car shop I bought it. £4 something, £4.25. Is that with that then? Yeah. Anyway, the little buggers. They've stolen my machine, so I'm gonna take the 9 metre and put it on that. Of course, I don't fancy working at floor height yet, but I think when we come to put the belt in, because if it's off the floor, the belt sags down. So I think we'll have to, when we're putting it, we'll have to get. There's not much play in that gearbox moving. Only about 1.5 foot or something. So I think we'll have to have the machine on the floor so we're not pulling against the weight of the belt. I'm just getting sick of things beeping at me. Someone had left the lights on the Sanyong all night. This feels very... Must be just a gearbox. Felt like someone were dragging on the floor. It's moving now. Well, I'll get this picked up and then let's get on with the job at hand. So my dad turned up shouting, but anyway. Got the gearbox on, got a plate between the gearbox and the black plate, got the gearbox fastened in, and then we had to lift the shaft in, me and Noah, under mucky there, which we have more or less in. We're just going to Loctite this stud axle on. There's going to be something we've forgotten. It's like we're going to get all together and be like, oh, I think we're good. Get these Loctited on. We haven't found the bearing yet that Joe came with. That's like hidden in a magical place that no one knows where it is. And then we'll, if we can get the bearing on, we're laughing. As long as that goes in there, all right. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem, should it? Yeah, right. I'd worked a 12-hour shift that bit. I got my head torch on. So this is Noah that bit. He's working on a spread-a-bale to spread coal. Spread-a-coal. Oh Jesus! Blackpool Illuminations over there. So. I'm sure I saw Joe come back with a bearing, and now I've just managed to message him while he's at his daughter's play or something. And he says, "Oh yeah, bearing's at bearing place. So I've got to go and pick it up. And I've got to take card to pay." Sounds scary. So better go and get that. That's all we need. Just need bearing in there, Loctite in. We're hoping shaft's smooth enough. Noah's got nearly everything on that end. Just kick gun over. We can't tighten anything up yet. You can get them pipes on there if they reach. I hope them pipes reach. Oh yeah, they'll reach better because it'll come back this way, won't it? Might have to wait till we've tightened, but we can't tighten it up till we've got bearing on. Oh, my gloves!
Likely.
They were my gloves. Now they're your gloves, by the looks of it. Right, I'm gonna better get off with it. Load of barley. I'm just now going to the bearing place. Apparently a bearing's there and I've got to go and pick it up. Which he'd gone the other day to pick it up, I thought, but obviously he hadn't. So go from there, let's go. Here we go, good service there from Howcroft. These are at Mambers, really good. Got my bearing, got it sorted. It's only 20 quid for that. Wasn't worth me messing around for. I was trying to get it off, was it really? I did just snap it off because I was annoyed at the time, but anyway, let's get back home and get working. Here I am, all ready to go on. Spread-a-bale's there. Should be able to put this on. We haven't just tapped the shaft all the way up to the gearbox yet, so I want to make sure I had enough clearance. Where are the bolts for this? Is what I've just thought in my head. Hope I've got them. Can't remember if I cut them off or not. Oh, light's being left on. Fancy floodlight. So this is to go on this end. Can't believe that stayed up level actually. It's quite good testament to a JCB. Normally this is an absolute killer for the crowd going over. But I wouldn't dare stand under it for more than, well, at all. Without it fully supported. And get on there, I need to find them bolts. So when I came to start stripping this down, they'd already had a go. The bearing was already, the bolts were out the bearing at the other end. So we've got the bearing on. All I need to do is put the two bolts in, which are threaded into the plate, and we don't know where the bolts are. We cannot find the bolts, and I put all the other bolts I took off in the ice cream, in an old ice cream tub, so everything was together. But now we're playing let's hunt for bolts. Yeah. Noah says it's better if I get shouted at than me. My dad's made us tap the shaft all the way tight to the gearbox, and I didn't want to. And I think we'll have to tap it back to get the grub screws onto the shaft. Because he's silly boy. Are you gonna... Oh, what you brought here? Go on and put some on that one. Squirty, squirty. This is a terrible 19mm socket. Because I think we've lost the deep impact one, haven't we? Because that's not, I'm going to need to tap, I can't tighten, you don't tighten a cast bearing case up, it's tapping on the bearing more. Because you'll snap them very easily. Might you think? Sounds it, doesn't it? Them grub screws are even gonna, I think it wants knocking back that bit. Wouldn't it be better if that were just...
that much that you knocked through.
Yeah, like if we just left it there so it wasn't running on gearbox. That made more sense. Anyway. That's what Daddy said. Daddy knows best. Well, he'll pay for it if it all breaks again, so it's his own fault, isn't it? No one's got his flashlight. We've got door down. Well, we nearly got it down. It's freezing. Noah's playing with his little tool around there. And I'm going to pull these bars out, I hope. Oh! Oh, I've just put door down. I bet my dad's about to come and open it again. Put these bars back and then we can tighten the belt up, I hope. I tell you what, if the belt stretches, you ain't got a lot of play, have you? I bet you have to cut it and redo it, don't you, if it gets too slack. I'll try it. So he wanted me to try it. It's all working fine, apart from my dad shouting like something had broke. But now they're in totally wrong with it. It's all hunky-dory. I'm going to try and put it in the shed here so it's in the dry. Funny thing is, we've got it fixed. and the pen that we use it in, like every day normally, that we've had to back a blower into awkwardly, we've now emptied it a cattle so it ain't got out in. Because the rainwater got in there yesterday, so we took the cattle out of it. So I'll put it in here somewhere. It's all working, apart from I think that bearing's going at the top or gone. So really you have to like lift the metal body off the top there and lift the rotors off. And the other bearings, I think there's a bearing in the bottom possibly, unless they just slot in. There's a bearing in the top or something. My dad reckons there is, because that's where it's giving. It's loose in here. Look, bit of play. Maybe it's just wear. To be fair, there's a little bit on that one, but there's more on this one. Definitely more on that one. Pushing up the barley. Got to be careful because we're guessing it's in harvest time, has bent that grain duct. And our Joe going mad about it because saying he hadn't done it and he's been pushing up at it into him now, and I don't know, but we're thinking really they're only he would be the one that pushed up most often, I think, when we were cutting the barley. I'm not going to bother pushing it right up. We'll have used it in sort of a bit's time, a fortnight's time. Ashley's going to start sweeping because it's silly. I want to be in its shed while I was shoving up. It's dusty, but no, don't care, Ash, don't care. In his shiny new wellies. Now I've pushed the corn up, I've swept up, and I think he's thinking about doing a mix. Is our Ashley? So I'll put this on here. I am actually enjoying eating this. I am so cold. I'm looking forward to a bath tonight. Just that breeze today has been horrible. I think we're cleaning the path off, so I better go and give a hand. Ash now will be down here. I don't know if my dad's down here as well. I've not heard. It takes so long to do anything, my dad, when he's feeding. I'll bear up these two on here. Maybe. Should we see what they're doing? I'm just doing what council worker were doing the other day. They were, yeah, 3 of them were like working, and one lad had to take photos. So that's what I'm doing. Just taking photos. I'll get little one. If our Joe he'd be going mental using a plastic shovel. No. Shovel this off because it will just get in. Spoiled meal and stuff. It's too narrow really for JCB, isn't it? Yeah. Nowadays. Oh, it's nice and dark. Rain's just started. My dad's come round feeding before we finished cleaning it all off. We must have gained another loads to feed in. They were just scooping it straight into the yard off the back, so we're that bunged up. So we've dug it off to here. There's like a big dome in the middle wants cleaning off as well, but we need feeding. So here I am in these old halogen bulbs, aren't they? Cleaning the path off still. It's a nice sight, isn't it? This was the original cattle shed we put up, along with an old straw barn that we brought from the old farm across there. This was the original cattle shed, and it had all different pens in it. Now we split it into 2 pens. That's all. We really ought to get rid of that. That's a gate I made. That's fallen apart a couple of times over the years. We want that taken out, and it wants a gate just on the end here, crossing out. We dreamt of going through the end, altering that girder, and driving out the end and round the back, and so it's like you can drive up and down here with a mixer wagon then. But we've never got there. Not yet, anyway. Want some mucking out doing shortly as well. Anyway, I'm going to leave the video there. I planned to film loads, but I think unlike our Joe, I like to get on, no, I'm say it's wrong. I just get involved with a job and I want it doing. And I'm thinking through it and when getting a film, I could do it. If someone was filming me, they could film me, it'd be fine. I'm just thinking and trying to work through it, thinking of getting my camera out all the time. It cocks me up a bit, so I've done most of it. My dad came helping me do it. Right, leave it there. Like and subscribe. Tomorrow, stag do. So I'll get a bit of footage in the morning and we'll see what happens. I might try and get a bit of footage in the afternoon. We'll see. We'll see how bad I am. The other joint best man to me said he's going to drive, so we'll see. At least I've got a lift home at some point. Right, I'll catch you later. Thank you.